After this, and Columbus, as mentioned, they've got a full schedule ahead. 2 events to go. Big serve from Jade Kawamoto to start us off. Third shot drive from Parenteau out of the gates. We'll click off the tape. We'll assist LA on the board first.
1-0-2.
Games to 11, win by 2. Side out scoring as always. Big on the left was Parris Todd. Ball right back to the sliders. And with the lefty in the mix, I would imagine that's why the alignment switch would have happened for Todd and Jansen.
0-1-1.
With Jade Kawamoto lining up on the right, but we'll have to get their insight after the match. Oh boy.
Second serve.
Great volley there from Parenteau. A lot of times the Columbus sliders, women start off one way, and then whoever's feeling hot goes to the left. So that may be the case here. We'll see how this goes.
0-1-2.
Nice poke set up by Todd. Closes to the middle of the court. He'll stay straight up. And Todd will open up the scoring on their side for Columbus. It hasn't been the start that's been the issue. It's been the finish. They talked about that a little bit last night too, the mental hurdles of overcoming big leads on their side.
Out.
Just back for Columbus. LA back to work. In terms of the mixed doubles matchups, Columbus is the home team in this matchup. Therefore, they got to choose the matchups. Got some intel there from Parris Todd once we get to that part of the match. Jansen goes big inside out. It's out.
Two, 1-1.
Big play from Parenteau on the left. I love the freedom she's been playing with and the aggression on the left, both here and on the PPA Tour as well, Eric.
Agreed. Yes, I love her on the left.
3-1-1.
And then she's also got this one of the steadiest right-siders in Jade next to her.
Women's doubles record for Todd and Jansen. They're 9-4. They've won every match that these two win. So clearly part of the correlation of the team's success is this women's doubles team.
3-1-2.
Wicked points. Columbus taking everything out of the air and taking away the time from LA.
Great hands from all 4 players. LA is known for being one of the best defensive teams in women's doubles in MLP, and you just have to keep hitting balls because you think you put away one, and it does not go back.
Pesky defenders for sure. That's deep. Oh, no, it's called good. Originally out and called clean good. Nice rip from Jansen deep to the baseline.
Yeah, great topspin drive there, just barely catching the back of that line.
Early chance to tie it here for Columbus.
Second serve. Two, 3-2. Point.
Short hotness from Jade Kawamoto in the middle. And Columbus ties it at 3. Ooh, almost there for Parris Todd, and Jade Kawamoto receiving some support on the sideline from her twin sister, Jackie Kawamoto. Nice weekend for Brooklyn, too, with a couple of alternates. I mean, that was a big question mark, I know, for them coming into this weekend.
Yeah, playing with 2 alternates and getting 2 wins so far. They have a couple more to play today.
Big play from Jansen on the left.
I mentioned LA's defense, Mish, but popping it up to Lea Jansen's forehand and an overhead, that one's probably not coming back.
Just back for Parris Todd, gets caught behind her, and LA recovers a 1-point lead. Lea Jansen talked about the versatility, too, for the young players back home to train both sides of the court, left and right. It's no longer a specialized game as much, she thinks. Nice poke through the middle. Jade Kawamoto, sneaky and deceptive.
Right. And to your point, Mish, you know, last year we had rally scoring in MLP, so you were always stuck on one side or the other unless you wanted to unwind a stack or something. But now, with rally scoring, the being versatile and being able to play both sides is even more important.
That's a great point. Ball back to Columbus. LA still has Phoenix to play today. On the other side, Columbus
3-5-1
has another match against Phoenix as well later on this afternoon.
Second serve.
Yeah, to that point, I think Phoenix is really hoping this one is a drag them out type play and Dreambreaker and get everybody tired because they are playing both teams.
How about that Dreambreaker win for Phoenix last night? That was awesome. Parris Todd, big in the middle with the backhand 3 times against the pesky defense of LA.
4-5-2.
Make it 4-5-2 Columbus with a chance to tie it at 5. Just back, and I think Parris Todd will go all day in that cross-court dink exchange with Captain Parenteau in the backhand wing. Very comfortable with that shot at the kitchen when she's on the left.
Yeah,
Catherine on the left.
All 4 players super consistent at the kitchen line.
5-5-2.
So they're going to have to try to keep working different patterns to find what's working for them.
Side out.
Great reaction time from Jade Kawamoto. Those ones off the net court are so difficult. She didn't panic, took her time and got the ball back in, and then played great defense to win that point.
To your point earlier about consistency, Eric, top 15 matchup in the world right here in women's doubles. Jade Kawamoto, 15th best player in the world in women's doubles. Jansen at 14. Nice play by Catherine Parenteau.
6-5-1.
I can't even imagine how that scoreline happened.
Catherine Parenteau's been playing some inspired pickleball since the big split in April.
Second serve.
Nice stinking pattern there for Columbus, working the perimeter.
6-5-2.
6-5-2. LA picking up after the end change. Wanted the attack, and it goes deep. Madrox on top by 2. Maybe Columbus is in a better position being behind in this one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they have had multiple times when they are well ahead, and then the other team is able to inch back in.
Points
out. Man. Oh, drip off the tape. And Lea Jansen not happy about that one.
It does look like Columbus has switched up their strategy, and they are stacking Lea on the right with Parris on the left.
Great assessment there. Off the tape again. Columbus settles for an empty trip to the line. LA needs 3 to take game 1. We're heading to men's doubles after this one in a series of 2 mixed doubles games to determine the match. 3 standings points on the line.
Second serve.
And Todd gets big on the right with the backhand filling the middle.
And again, Catherine showing off her elite defense and athleticism. I don't know how she got that first one back.
Yeah. And a couple of lethal backhands from Parris Todd sends the ball right back to Columbus. Huge hold to keep LA on 8 there. Parris Todd started playing tennis at the young age of 5, which our Tennis Channel viewers will appreciate. Oh no, our left cord.
Usually the pickleball net cord gods make it even eventually, but the net cord is definitely in the favor of the Mad Drops right now. Maybe it's the home team situation.
Nice pressure from Lea Jansen, instigating, and Parris Todd filling beautifully. Great court positioning.
6-8-2.
6-8-2. Last try to close the gap, and that is a nasty serve from Jansen. Oof.
Side out.
Left cord not working again for Columbus. LA survives a point.
Eight, 6-1. Point.
And the dink exchange goes in favor of the LA Mad Drops. Pulling away, 2 points away from taking game 1. I would say that Columbus's men's doubles team has the edge, so this is more important for the Mad Drops to try to equalize the match series. Wow, what an approach from Catherine Parenteau. Feathery third, follows it up with a lethal poke through the middle. Game point, Mad Drops. Take another look at the play, Eric. That was a beauty from CP. Wide open gap to exploit.
Right through the middle there.
And the defense. Oh my.
Point game, 11-6,
defense and offense for the Mad Drops. Catherine Parenteau and Jade Kawamoto.
Best singles player in the world, and so when he was able to hit that backhand, good things happen.
Top 2 in the world right now in men's singles. Men's doubles a different story here, though. This is a tall matchup, and I'm sorry I shorted Andrei Daescu 1 gold. If you count Daytona Beach, it was actually CJ and Andre that won together, so that would make it 5 gold medals for the 2025 PPA Tour. Now, team format
0-0-1
is a bit different. It's the toughest title in pickleball to win. You have to learn to play with different players on tour. Nice opening start for Columbus.
Yeah, one big difference, Mish, between PPA and MLP is you only get that one game. So
service release warning. You're releasing it from your chest. Needs to be down at your waist.
And you can feel very under the pressure as Mark gives CJ Klinger service warning.
Well, the rebrand is here, the LA Mad Drives, as they call themselves. And there's a look at the young QD. 19 years old, and the kid can rip it from the baseline. Also a sensational singles athlete. And 2 players coming together nicely in men's doubles. Hunter Johnson and QD.
0-1-1.
Hunter was on it, but with the length on the side of Columbus, they take so much time away from you. On the other side, you got CJ Klinger and Andrei Daescu's wingspan.
0-1-2.
Like about 7 feet each.
Right, it's very difficult to get the ball in the kitchen on those 2.
Side out.
And that's why I do think you see LA. I mean, I know that they do both like to drive, but even in this matchup, especially, they're going to drive a little bit more because of that.
Plays into their preference anyway.
Second serve.
High, Hunter Johnson welcomes the chance. Takes it out of the air, throws it down. Second serve for the Sliders.
1-0-2.
Hunter Johnson won a gold here last weekend at the PPA Cup.
Side out.
Quick side out there for Columbus.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to find a rhythm to this one. We'll see if LA can get off the 0 here.
Nice fill from CJ Klinger. And what a setup by Andrei Daescu, too, pulling QD out wide on the backhand, leaving him a little bit vulnerable off the line. That also plays into the matchups in mixed. Parris Todd telling me Q plays a little bit further off the line. That's why Andrei wanted that matchup in mixed.
Interesting.
Ooh, too much topspin, and it drops inside the baseline.
Yeah, for those at home who are maybe like a 3-0 to 3-5, and you have a pickleball coach, they're not going to tell you to drive the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th like the LA Mad Drops.
Oh, really? That's what I was drilling this morning.
Got it. Okay.
Just kidding. CJ Klinger is on it, uses Hunter's pace and sends it down the line. Ball back to Columbus. Tie game situation.
Yeah, both teams trying to feel this one out. I don't think Hunter speeding up cross court at CJ Klinger is going to be a recipe for success.
Usually isn't.
Point.
And you see that one, Mishi just talked about it a little bit earlier. Q probably plays the furthest off the line of any man. And so he was 2-3 feet off the line. He hits that forehand volley, and it's just a little bit too far back to get that one over the net.
And perhaps they're going to give himself just a touch more time, which, again, the pressure he feels against both CJ Klinger and Andrei Daescu.
3-1-1. Point.
And a point for Columbus. And we talked about what's on the line in this one, Eric, but would love to revisit it. A regulation win means you have to win 3 out of the 4 doubles games here. That would count for 3 valuable standings points. And both teams would love nothing more. If it goes to that Dreambreaker, you have to settle for 2 points if you win it in that singles format. We'll explain that if we get there. What a get from Andrei. We're still in it. Finally a drop. And another one. That one's high. Hunter's there. Ernie is defended. Can they get to the line? We're going to get back in. Back to neutral. Oh, how many rallies the LA Mad Drops find a way to take it. And if that's what it takes to get the ball back, it doesn't even count for a point for LA, but madness on center court to start.
Absolute chaos. The crowd is loving it. They're going crazy. What a point. That was the point of the match so far by far.
I mean, LA was back at the baseline for a majority of that point, mixing in the drives, the drops, the drips, anything to get back to the kitchen to bring things to neutral.
Second serve.
And deflating this on the third for Hunter Johnson. Second serve now at 1-4-2. Both teams jockeying for playoff position. In the middle, miscommunication. All that work to get the ball back, Eric, and then you send it right back to Columbus.
Yeah, pickleball is a big game of runs and big game of momentum, and I thought LA was going to gain some momentum there, but they give the ball right back. And Mish, it's important to note, LA has moved Hunter over to the left with Wang Yung on the right now.
Oh, man, gets tagged. That ball's going well deep. Hunter Johnson couldn't dodge it fast enough. Yeah, great point by you, Eric. Hunter has told me in the past that they will adjust to that at times if they feel like they're getting stuck in a certain pattern.
5-1-1.
Lefty CJ Klinger for sure creating some chaos. We'll switch it this time.
Point, timeout, change in, 6-1-1.
CJ Klinger and Columbus jumps out to a 6-1 lead here in game 2. But these two teams in particular jockeying for position, fighting for the 4 spot, which would give them a bye, as you pointed out earlier, in the playoffs. Playoffs will take place mid-August in San Diego, not too far away from where we are here in San Clemente. Wow, such great movement from CJ Klinger when he jumped out to you at that point.
Yeah, all 4 players got into the kitchen, and LA is looking to change up the strategy. They're trying to go behind CJ Klinger and Andrei Daescu, going out to the wings. That could be a strategy that will work, but they have to keep grinding out those points if they're looking to get back into this one, down 1-8 already.
8-1-2.
Ooh, late Ernie takeoff, but it counts. Hunter Johnson battles to take the ball back, trying to get off 1. Now we'll keep an eye on those thirds. Trying to work the drive early in game 2, but not always an effective way to get to the kitchen.
Right.
Let's see, crash like that. Back on defense.
Second serve.
Great volleys there from Columbus. They are taking everything out of the air and keeping LA back. LA's got to find a way to get to the kitchen line.
Which I would think the only option is a drop.
Right.
Because they're not going to get through the wall that is CJ Klinger and Andrei Daescu, but it's a predicament because drive or drop, they're tough to get the ball on the ground no matter what.
For sure.
Jeez.
Second serve.
Point. Hands super fast from all 4 players. Good win there from LA. They need another stop here to get the ball back.
8-1-2. Side out.
Break off the tape will count for the mad drop. So getting the ball back hasn't been the issue. How do you convert to get some points here? That is the question. Wang Yung loading up at 1-8-1. They'll opt to put Hunter on the left for this one as well.
Second serve.
That's the one you want back for the mad drop. Second serve now on the paddle of Hunter Johnson.
1-8-2.
Jeez.
crazy defense from Columbus right now.
Yeah, I mean, you finally get them out of position, and then they recover and get back to neutral just as quick.
I mean, Hunter Johnson just jumped up off 2 feet, had an overhead that he hit as hard as he possibly could, and Andrei just reset it.
Now the story is all about CJ Klinger and the Columbus Sliders applying nothing but pressure to the mat drops.
Point.
Add another to the scoreboard, and Columbus 2 points away from evening out the match series, 1 game apiece.
9-1-1. Point.
Great drive there from CJ Klinger. He's more known, both Andrei and CJ known for dropping, but they do have good drives, both of them.
What a dig!
Point game, 11-1 Columbus Sliders.
Walk-off winner. Rarely do you see that, especially against the mover. In favor of the mat drops, but to Athena's point there a moment ago, got some further insight from Parris Todd on this matchup, and part of the strategy in this matchup here, I'll explain in a moment. Hunter Johnson reaches in and snaps it down, but part of the strategy for Columbus in this alignment, they wanted to throw a lefty their way to mix it up. I don't believe, and Parris Todd didn't believe, that Jade and Hunter had faced a lefty guy before, so give them a different look.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Parris Todd also added that she likes the matchup of Lea down the line on Jade.
Right, and so Lea always playing with CJ as a lefty. She's very used to playing on the left in mixed doubles, which is rare for a woman like Athena was talking about. And so she's very aware and very used to dinking straight across from Jade rather than doing that cross court. So she's very comfortable in that position.
I also faced it in women's doubles earlier today as well. Didn't work out as swimmingly for Columbus as they had hoped, and so far a great start for the mat drops.
2-1-1.
Oh, what a get. Drop volley. Hunter's there. Oh, he misses. Unbelievable point to the mat drops. Somehow climb their way out of that sequence. Unbelievable wheels from Hunter Johnson. Make him hit one more, Eric.
Yeah, unbelievable defense. Great athleticism, as usual, from Hunter. And then CJ, unfortunately, just misses that one wide.
And you wonder what the wear and tear might be mentally after that kind of sequence. We'll see. Still a lot of game left. Game to 11 goes quick. Jansen pulls the trigger, falling back, a fadeaway. It works. Second serve now for the mat drops. 3-1-2.
3-1-2. Point.
Missed return, so you wonder if that sitter is weighing on CJ Klinger. The ball is sent wide on his forehand wheelhouse.
Point.
And a follow-up miss from Jansen. Uh-oh. Columbus in some trouble. This is the ace, though, I would say, for the LA mat drops in terms of mix. We saw Jade in the top 6 in games. CJ Klinger gets big, does not want to go down 5 at the end change.
That was a big point for Columbus to win that one. If they can put a couple points on the board here, they will add some scoreboard pressure. And getting that side out, make sure that they don't go into the side break at down 6-1.
Just wide for Jansen. Second serve for Columbus.
4-5-2.
Wow, heavy ball from CJ Klinger, goes inside in, gives Hunter Johnson a different look to his sideline.
2-5-2.
Incoming. Pace for days from the mad drops. Columbus fends it off. Adds another point.
That's a great point from Lea Jansen.
Yeah.
Dealing with a net cord, showing and displaying her really good hands, both forehand and she had a backhand flick in the middle there, showing her elite hand speed.
Lea Jansen has been around the game, one of the OG pros of this sport. Has helped grow it from the beginning. CJ Klinger crashes on Lea Jansen's creation. 4-5-2. Lots of CJ Klinger fans in the house, we hear.
Stop play.
Oh.
Service release warning. Releasing too high. Needs to be down here.
Service release warning on CJ Klinger. You have to go low to high.
4-5-2.
He got called for one in men's doubles earlier.
Yep, you get one warning per game.
Wow. Columbus hangs on to tie it at 5. And CJ Klinger, a great representation of what Major League Pickleball was partially built for, was a 3-time title winner with the SoCal Hard Eights at the challenger level. Got a lot of exposure there, I think, at a young age, on the radar of many. Graduated to the Premeir level. Here he is shining. Wow, narrowest of margins, an ATP blast from Hunter Johnson. Unbelievable. Take another look at this shot. Jansen pulls him wide, but a bit too wide there. Hunter Johnson, no stranger to ATPs with his singles prowess, top 2 in the world.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the in-ruling. The in-ruling puts us at side out 5-5.
Don't get 2 points for that one. Yeah, that looked in.
After review, the in-ruling stands. The ball was in. Columbus Sliders lose 1 free challenge. You have 2 free challenges remaining.
LA would call that a video challenge.
3 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at side out 5-5-1.
Doubles games, right? But that was really suiting as a timeout, right? You take the challenge, you call the ball in, which is fair and you know, good for the sport, and you challenge it. You need a timeout. So able to challenge the in call from Columbus.
Great clarification there.
Point, timeout, change in, 6-5-1, LA Mad Drops.
Will take to assist, and what a hero in this area. Great story on pickleball.com about that. Referee by day, firefighter by night.
7-5-1.
Love the stories of our great referees.
For sure.
Wow, great get from Jansen. What a setup. Great work from Lea Jansen for CJ Klinger to fly. Seven 5-2 though. Still have another server to side out if you're a Columbus fan. Nice ball from CJ Klinger, earns the side out. 2-point gap to overcome. Anything you'd like to see here on the thirds or otherwise for Columbus to get back in this one?
Yeah, I actually like the positioning of CJ Klinger and Lea Jansen. You'll notice that she is playing almost in a half Ernie position.
Yeah.
Once they get to the line, which actually helps her get more forehands, and she does hit a really tough forehand, and then it frees Klinger up to move wherever he wants to go. So I really like their court positioning right now.
6-7-1.
What a luxury to have the wingspan of Klinger with that lefty paw in the middle. Ooh, had a sitter. She knows it. Still one more chance to tie it here for Columbus. 6-7-2.
I love the driving crash. They just missed that one, but I like the strategy. I would keep going to that.
Point.
This return, count it. 7-all. Feels like a more must-win situation here for LA.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think I like Todd and Daescu against Quang and CP. Next mixed doubles game.
Yeah, I would say that they're favored.
Nice work by Jade Kawamoto off the line and getting the ball down. Working her way back to the kitchen. Side out. 7-7-1. So far this weekend, LA has 2 wins, 1 loss. That's Jade. A high split jump from Hunter Johnson to get out of the way.
Eight, 7-1.
Hunter Johnson punishes the poke of CJ Klinger to his left team that was maybe not on the radar of a ton of people coming into the season. Surprised many with the way they opened up in Phoenix. Without one of their aces, QD sat out for a majority of those matches, and that's a big play from Columbus right out of the gate. Curious what they talked about in their huddle heading into this final stretch. Too much pressure, though, from Hunter Johnson. His passing shots are his strength in singles, and we see the groundies shining through in doubles, too. Game point, LA. Whoa, Columbus still alive. On life support, though. They need 3 to tie it. Lea Jansen will serve first at 7-10-1. Towel timeout quickly for CJ Klinger. It is pretty hot today, though, in Southern California in the sun.
Yep. 7-10-1.
Oh, it's wide, but Jade had the opening, testing the backside of Klinger. Make it 8-10-1.
8-10-1.
Uh-oh.
Second serve.
A step from Klinger, and Lea Jansen throws the dink into the net. Second serve, second try to close a 2-point gap.
Great pressure from Hunter Johnson, moving the ball around, putting Lea on her back foot and CJ on his back foot.
8-10-2.
He's moving the ball around well, much better than he did earlier on in this match.
Yeah, that's a great point. Jade Kawamoto follows in her return and hits Lea Jansen in transition. Game point number 2 for the Mad Drops. Third shot ripped from Kawamoto. Hunter Johnson welcomes the pop-up chance. Such pressure on the side of the Mad Drops to take a 1-game edge.
7 spots in terms of the standings.
Game 4.
Parenteau lines up as the first server.
0-0-2.
Parris Todd let it fly, and Wang Yung is saying it.
Side out.
It hit somebody. I think on its way.
We have a challenge that the ball hit the player. After review, the ball does touch the player before it goes out of bounds.
Yep.
Point awarded to LA Mad Drops. We'll resume play at 1-0-2. LA has 3 free challenges. Columbus has 2 free challenges.
LA with all 3 challenges intact. Columbus with 2.
Time in. 1:02.
Too much pace from the Mad Drops. Look at their position on the end of that point, too. From the midcourt, still finding a way to battle it out.
They're winning points, both standing halfway between the baseline and the kitchen.
2:02. Side out.
Side out, but a massive overturn there for LA to start out 2-0. We'll flip ends once again at 6.
0-2-1.
Gets there first. Oh my, no way. QD coming up with some unbelievable digs. Columbus finds their way to the scoreboard. Andrei and Parris, 2 players that carry pressure very well. I would imagine that also weighed into their decision for them to go last.
Yeah, 2 of the best competitors in the game.
Speed ups incoming. And you might know that they're coming and you still can't defend against it. That's how lethal QD is.
1-2-2.
Parris Todd hits the deck, and it's Andrei's show now. Columbus locks it up 2 apiece.
Andrei showing some emotion there and some gravitas, you know, going for a big overhead there, getting the crowd involved.
This one has the makings for a Dreambreaker. Columbus climbs ahead by 1.
3-2-2.
Oh, hands battle goes to the Mad Drops. And sign out.
Mish, earlier we talked about CJ Klinger getting big. Andrei's playing big, and it also allows for Parris to kind of stand in that semi-Ernie position and just load up on that 2-handed backhand she's so well known for.
Yeah, one of her favorite shots. Sitting forehand that time. QD thought he had Parris Todd down the line. He did not. Second serve, LA.
2-3-2.
What a ball from QD. Todd leaves one high. He goes right back to the left foot of Todd on our way up to the kitchen.
3-3-2. Point.
Great read from Andrei there. He just got a little bit behind the ball. He saw that he could Ernie, but CP kind of put it down the line, and he didn't have anywhere to go with it but the net.
What a block.
Side out.
Speed up towards the forehand side or middle body of Parris, and she fights that one off again with that forehand.
3-4-1.
Block back the other way. Andrei Daescu keeps QD honest, and that's one way to neutralize him.
Great slice volley there
4-4-1.
towards QD's backhand that he could not catch up to.
Perfect read from Catherine Parenteau. Knew that Andrei Daescu only had one place to go, and she exploited it. It's a great ball, too, from QD.
Yeah, it was a great read from Catherine. Andrei with the ATP. Parris filled middle really well, but Catherine found the hole anyway.
Through the middle again, Wang Yung spots the opening. 4-all, LA sides out Columbus. The race to 6, and the end change continues. No, she did not.
Second serve.
A highlight reel winner for Parris Todd, but what a dig from Catherine Parenteau. That was nuts. Eric Tice, how the heck does she get here on a monstrous overhead?
I have no idea, Mish. I don't have that level of athleticism. I don't know how she even got to the ball, let alone put it right back into the kitchen. Unbelievable play.
Catherine Parenteau, a well-versed athlete, does have that background in baseball, not softball, baseball. You heard me right. Former Division I tennis player as well from Michigan State. She's got the wheels.
Oh,
point.
Just wide for QD, and Columbus back on top by 1. Can't put your finger on who is going to pull this one out. There's a look at the father of QD's dad, Duke. Off the tape, and Todd won't apologize for that. Scoring, so we're just giving you a little teaser should this one go to a full 5 game. Lob is up, and it's down. QD knocks it away from Columbus. Who would you take in a Dreambreaker in this matchup? Of course, Columbus has to win this game to get there, but who are you taking?
I give an extremely slight edge to the Mad Drops, like 52-48 something.
Okay.
Because Hunter is favored against Andrei, and usually if a Dreambreaker is close, the first guy goes 3 times, and so that advantage gives them a slight advantage.
In Phoenix's case last night, it was the second guy that had to be the equalizer because of the ladies. So we'll see. Might come down to the wire in that one too. Jeez. They make the soft stuff look easy. Finally a miss from Catherine Parenteau.
Yeah, Wang Yung showing you don't give up just because you pop up a ball. He popped up a ball to Parris's forehand and just reset it back into the kitchen and got to the next point.
High risk, high reward style of play. Jeez. ATP and a beauty. Andrei Daescu knocks it down. QT almost had a remarkable angle, just a bit too wide. Andrei's too long. He got there.
Yeah, Wang Yung after that point throws his hands up in frustration, like, what do I have to do to win this point? He felt like he put it away, and Andrei with a great ATP there.
6-4-1.
6'2" or 3 will do for you there for Daescu. What a read. Feathery drop from Daescu. QD tries to attack it, and it's unattackable. Columbus starting to pull away, looking to force a singles Dreambreaker in Game 5, which would be coming up next if they pull this out. Just wide for Todd, try to drive the third. And you know what else I love about Andrei Daescu? He is such a supportive teammate.
I was literally just about to say that, Mish. As they're walking back, you know, sometimes partner communication is nothing. Instead, Andrei's, I like it, keep going. And so he's always positive encouragement.
Another ATP. QD frustrated. Set that one on a silver platter for Daescu to destroy. 8-4. Columbus leads 3 points away from equalizing the match at 2 games apiece, which once again means series of 4 points. It's epic. See if they can get here. Mixed return will help the cause for Columbus. And by the way, the Mad Drops have already won 4 Dreambreakers this season to just 1 loss in that category. Columbus has only played in 1, but they won it. Oh, off the tape. Game point for Columbus and a chance to go to the Dreambreaker.
10-4-2.
Ooh, Todd was teeing off. She had it. She wanted it. Just short. 1 game point saved. Catherine Parenteau and QD will be tested here. Nice ball, QD. How does he find that angle?
Yeah, Parris sitting middle with her 2-handed backhand. He was able to find her right hip and barely keep that one in with the topspin he got.
Point.
Daescu thought he had what he wanted, but the tape did not help him. Little run here for the Mad Drops. A couple more points, and we're in the danger zone here for Columbus. There it is for Daescu. Backhand rolled right to the shoulder of Catherine Parenteau.
Right, and that was the most important part of that, Mish, is found Catherine's right shoulder, which is very difficult to defend. You're chicken winged and really just caught up in a pretzel. Quick side out now.
10-6-1.
Game point number 2 for Columbus. What a third from Todd. Demolished on the follow-up shot from Andrei Daescu. 11-6 is how game 4 will resolve. The first match at 4 points. Rally scoring begins. And Andrei Daescu will take the opener.
Yeah, Mish, it's super important to note the 4 points, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, anything could happen.
Todd in the booth last night for primetime pickleball, talking about the nerves of a Dreambreaker. Nice drop. Daescu gets in. Covers it well. Hunter hangs in the play. One of the best in the game at that. 1-1. 2 more points to go between these two. Then it's QD and CJ Klinger on deck.
Great return from Andrei. And Hunter unable to pick that ball up.
Andrei Daescu already with 2 points. I'd say that's a win.
For sure a win.
To even go even with Hunter in this one, we'll see. Third shot rip. Now a drop. To the kitchen goes Andrei. He's there. Hunter hangs in for the follow-up shot. 2-2 is how this one lands. CJ Klinger and QD up next. 4 points between these two. We're even. 2 apiece. We'll flip ends at 11.
Mish, you said it, but that's a win for Columbus. LA wants to get out in front with their men so that way if the women go down a little bit, they're able to stay even or be ahead.
CJ Klinger snaps a volley down, takes the opening point.
3-2.
Cross court, QD hangs in for the angle, and CJ maybe second-guessed his shot there.
Yeah, it looked like he couldn't decide whether he was going to go down the line or cross court, so kind of went in the middle, which is never a good situation.
Couple of clean rips for QD. 2-1, last point here. Another look at the play. Look at that ball striking from Quang Duong. 2 points for him, and he'll surrender one back to CJ. Parris Todd coming out next against Catherine Parenteau. It's a top 7 showdown in women's singles in the world.
Yes, 4-4 is an advantage right now for Columbus. I know it's tied, but again, the guys were not favored, and now the women in both matchups will be favored here for Columbus.
What a point. Todd remains loyal to the baseline and wins the battle. Catherine Parenteau made it to the final here just a week ago. Competed for gold against Waters on the PPA Tour. It was a great run for her, so she's feeling good about her game right now. Parris takes the opening point. 3 more to go. Down the line on the backhand wing. Parris Todd loves that shot on her approach.
Great serve return. Catherine had way too much movement to make that one, and puts it into the net.
2-0 lead for Parris. 2 more points to go. And a big serve will count on her side. This would be massive if Parris could sweep the series against Catherine here in round 1.
7-4.
Nice. Catherine Parenteau adjusts, returning to the forehand wing of Todd. Wins the battle. It was 3-1 though. Parris Todd wins the mini battle there, and a 2-point lead for Columbus as Lea Jansen comes out for 4 against Jade Kawamoto, the sneaky good singles player, and a lefty too. Muff return from Jansen, followed up with a missed attempt into the net. Jade Kawamoto takes the opening point.
Six, 7.
Wow, Jade with a 3rd shot winner. 2-0. Jade leads the series. Who would have saw this coming? Lea Jansen will look to battle for 2 points to even it out. Knifing volley will get it done. Jansen on the board. Last point here. Athena Trio nodding her head in approval.
8-7.
Last point. What a ball from Jade Kawamoto. 3-1 on her side. Erases the work that Parris Todd did to equalize the match. 8 apiece in game 5. Out comes Hunter Johnson against Andrei Daescu. They split in round 1, 2-2. 4 more points here. Down the line and a winner for Hunter Johnson.
Hunter, obviously top 2 player in the world. He has a different style than most. He stays back at that baseline more than most so that he can hit those amazing passing shots.
Yeah, he's told me that his passing shots are the name of his game, and heavy serving too. He also thinks his variety in off speed and variations in pace are his top 3 strengths. Jeez. Oh, just wide. Hunter is stumped by that line call of Andrei. I think we'll have a challenge here.
The side of that, he may have even seen a little green under the ball.
Was in. Columbus loses their free challenge. They have no free challenges remaining. LA Mad Drops have 1 free challenge. We'll resume play at side out, or 11-8. Timeout, change ins.
Hunter has taken the first 3. Last point of round 2 between these two here. Have to get one if you're Andrei. Deep return will do it. Oh my goodness, Hunter Johnson on the run, still finds a pass and sweeps Daescu in round 2. That's 4-0 for Hunter. Make it 12-8 for the Mad Drops.
Big momentum shift here for LA.
12-8.
Let's see if CJ can kind of minimize that with a couple of points here.
CJ and Q out for 4 now. Too good. Wang Yung spots the sideline, takes the opening point.
13-8.
What a spot for QD. 2 points, down 2 to go.
Timeout, Columbus Sliders, 14-8.
And Columbus, cool as ice. He's clutch.
9-14.
Let's see how clutch here. Big serve. Up to the net he goes. Takes it. Evens it out. 2-2. Out comes Parris Todd and Catherine Parenteau. In round 1, Parris took 3. Catherine settled for 1. Can she repeat history here? Her team will rely on it. The Sliders need this series to go well to have a chance in this game 5. Off the tape, Todd takes the opening point.
Yeah, Columbus looking for Todd to go at least 3-1 again. I know it's a tough task going up against Catherine, but in order to get back into this one, Parris needs a 3-1 or a 4-0.
There's a quick look at Blaine Hovenier, part of the SoCal Hard Eights. Lost a heartbreaker last night in a Dreambreaker. He can relate to the nerves on courts. Missed return from Catherine Parenteau means 2 points for Parris Todd. 2 more points to be played. Nice return from Catherine Parenteau. Puts herself in the closing position to take the net and not give Todd any options. Last point here. And if Parenteau
15-12.
just moved the needle a little bit for Jade to put Hunter into potential closing position, that would be timely, but no. A miss for Parenteau. Todd keeping her team alive. Lea Jansen needs to be clutch in this moment for her team to have a chance, because up next it's Hunter Johnson against Andrei Daescu. 4 points between these two ladies.
13-15.
Once again, Jade took 3 on Lea first round. Miss return, Lea Jansen takes the first point instead.
Lea with the big serve and gets that error on the return from Jade.
14-15.
To tie it here for Columbus.
Side out, point.
1 point
16.
for Jade. Have to consider the wind situation here as well. Wind is a factor for singles especially. Picks up
16-14.
It has been swirling this week in San Clemente.
What a return from Lea Jansen. Took some off of it, wields the angle.
Point 15.
2 points for Jansen. Last point here. Massive point. Columbus either ties it or surrenders a 17-15 lead.
15-16.
Jansen puts her team back in position and back to even, 16 apiece. Andrei Daescu feeling a little better after getting swept in round 2. Right now, Hunter leading this individual series 6-2 on Andrei Daescu. Oof. And Andrei Daescu goes too big on the serve, which is a must when the
for sure, absolutely,
so much pressure on you.
Yep.
Down the line, and another beauty for Hunter Johnson. 2 points down, 2 to go.
18-16.
Drops in the closing stretch. Masterful work from Hunter Johnson. Looking to set up QD to clinch the match in the second round. But he has to get through CJ Klinger first. Could go up match point here. Columbus needs Andrei to get 1.
19-16.
Wow, and he will off a miss.
Andrei fired up, getting that momentum back.
All right.
CJ with the serve now.
We'll see what CJ Klinger is made of. 1 point missed, and he surrenders match point to the Mad Drops. Too good. CJ Klinger rises to the occasion to start.
The Sliders bench is all up, standing, screaming, cheering. And
LA Mad Drops.
A top 10 player in Wang Yung. So we'll see what happens here.
Chance to tie it for Columbus.
18-19.
Chance to go up match point on the other side. Oh, missed return. Klinger ties it up for his team. 19 apiece. 2 more points to go.
19-19.
Oh, QD finds it. A little nervy at the end on both sides. Match point for the Mad Drops. Reminder, you have to win on your serve here.
2019.
Drop volley attempt into the net. QD closes it out, and the LA Mad Drops take 2 points with a Dreambreaker win in the standings. What a match. The LA Mad Drops take the match in 5 on the Columbus Sliders in their first and only meeting against Columbus this season. Hunter Johnson and Catherine Parenteau join us courtside to talk about it. Michelle McMahon and Eric Tice in the booth. Hunter Johnson, you went 9-3 on Andrei Daescu after keeping things even in the first round. What got into you in that second round to sweep him and then take it 3-1 in the third round?
Yeah, obviously I love this court, so I'm comfortable with it from last week. Yeah, Andrei's a big dude. You know, he's tough to pass. You just have to really just make balls and be scrappy, and that's what I'm good at. So I just had to keep my head down, kind of navigate the wind a bit. Yeah, huge team win. So glad we could all get some points on the board each time we were out there, and so happy. Yeah, go Drops.
Catherine, Eric Tice here. We started this year in a little bit different format where women's doubles always goes out first, and you and Jade have taken out all of the top teams, to be honest. How does your mindset going into that, knowing that you're going in first?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like, it's not easy, but I think it's easier in a way to keep track. You know, every match you're going to go out there and you're going to be the first match. Jade and I are just very locked in right now. I feel like we have great chemistry on and off the court. We've been playing really well, and I was just really excited to get that W today with the team. And she's about to take me to the third spot in the lineup, I think, in singles. She's doing so awesome. She's not a singles player, but in the Dreambreaker, she's clutch.
Well, to be fair, you're in a tough spot always against the lead lady on the other side. But yeah, Jade Kawamoto is clutch in Dreambreakers. To your point, you guys have one more match to go at this event, and then up next on the schedule, it's Dallas, where you have some front runners in the mix. I know you guys don't want to look too far ahead, but I'm going to anyways. You got St. Louis on the schedule still. You've got the Texas Ranchers on the schedule still, New Jersey Fives, and the Dallas Flash. This is a team that has risen to every occasion. That 4 spot very much in reach for you guys to take. Hunter Johnson, what are the expectations for this team as you look ahead, not only to the playoffs, but for seeding now at this point for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for us, it's no expectations. We kind of have a chip on our shoulder every match we play. Our motto is have fun, F-U-N, and when we do that, we win, and then we have more fun. We just like to keep it light out there. There's no pressure. Zubin and the whole squad, they're just the best. So the team camaraderie is at an all-time high. We're going to keep it that way moving for the rest of the season into this next match today and up until Dallas, for sure.
Last one, Catherine, how great was the atmosphere here in Southern California today?
This is so awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone who came out. This is great. Almost sold out. I mean, packed for our matches. And yeah, no, this has been great.
We love San Clemente.
Love it. Congratulations, you two. Catherine Parenteau and Hunter Johnson helped their team win a 5-game battle on center court. Mic drop indeed. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We're just getting started. We got 3 more matches to go today, folks. The SoCal Heart Eights out next against the Utah Black Diamonds. We'll be back to break it all down next.